Hello and welcome to Tai Chi with Chrissy. This class is brought to you by the YMCA of Greater Michiana. And Tai Chi is for everyone, and it's related disciplines of Qigong. Basically, we learn to breathe better, we learn to move better, and this in turn makes all of our life better. So let's get a little room to move and some comfortable clothing, shoes or no shoes, kick them off if you like, and make sure you have some water to drink nearby, and let's get started. I'll start a little music here. So we'll spend the first few minutes relaxing and breathing. Feet are in a comfortable hip width position, or we can sit anytime we need to. Stretching tall. So in all of our Tai Chi type practices, Qigong, Tai Chi, and all the related fields, we want to first connect with the earth and heaven. So our feet are rooted in like the roots of a tree. So many beautiful trees now out and about with their beautiful leaves. And stretching up tall through the spine. Our spine reaches up through the crown of the head like the tip tops of the tall trees outside. And the last thing to check is that the base of the spine, we tuck it under slightly so that it's in line with the top of the head. Feeling our length upward and our connection rooted into the earth. So the tip of our tongue is touching the roof of the mouth just behind the front teeth. And the tongue stays connected there as we breathe through the nose. We deepen the breath, and our chest and our bellies are soft, surrendering down to the energy of the earth. Feel the breath lengthen. Paying attention to our bodies and our breath right now. A few more deep breaths. And rest here. Feel free to close the eyes and say a word of peace or hope or prayer. So let's begin to move a little. Move the feet, move the hands, shake it out a little bit. Let's activate our bodies. Grounding in, stretching tall, tucking the hips under slightly. We bring the arms up to shoulder height, bend at the elbow, and the elbows are heavy as the hands come down. Sinking the chi is what this is called. So we must breathe with the motion. That's the key to this practice, is breathing with the movement. So breathe out As the hands come down, breathe in as they rise. Notice how the knees bend and we sink. Then we rise. To bring more vigor to this practice, we can reach up higher to the sky. We could choose to go down lower toward the earth. Breathing in as the arms come up. Eyes follow the hands as we breathe out. So here we have the two of the layers of the foundation of our practice today, the breath. We started with that breath, right? And now we're adding matched movement. The mind watches. One more. Here we go. Reach and bring it down. Let the arms rest. Feel free to shake that out. Good. I always love to reverse the arms. Today, we're going to do a little parting the clouds. So relax the shoulders and the hands come here below the belly button in front of what we call the lower dantian. It's below the belly button, and you can put a hand there, another hand on top, and find our rest position. Try breathing right there behind the hands. Feel it expand. Breathe deep. You'll feel it come forward and back. Make sure to breathe up into the chest as well. A couple more breaths here. So now that we've sunk that awareness nice and deep, that's where we're going to bring this from. So keeping that great posture up like a tree and rooted into the earth, time to part some clouds, right? So we have the palms up. Just take that right hand, bring it up. Notice my palm is facing the other way. I come up, and then I flip the palm outward and follow with the eyes. Other hand. Push those clouds out as you breathe out. Breathe in as we rise. So if you're getting frustrated at how slow I'm moving, just move at your own pace with your own breath. If you're frustrated with how quickly I'm moving, slow it down. This is all about connecting with our own bodies, not with someone else's pace. So make sure you're going with your own breath as you rise and as you sink. A few more. Turn that frustration into contentment. We have to remember the only person that has the power to turn our frustration into contentment is us, right? If we want, we can do both hands to finish. Backs of the hands rise. And we push out both directions as the eyes gently look forward to meet the hands at the bottom. Let's do 3 more like this. One more. Resting at the bottom in our beginning tall position. Take a breath and then shake it out by moving the feet and the fingers. And I'll just say shake it out and you'll know. Just do what you need to do. All right. Feel free to sink the chi once just to settle back in. Anytime you need to, you can also just come back to rest. We're gonna open the feet a little wider and lift a heel, shining our chest forward and turning, letting those arms just swing. Good, and sink the feet and just let that drift. Drifting to a stop. Take a breath or two here. Shake it out. And to finish this section of warm up, we're going to do a little bit of walking. So walk the feet and swing the arms in the same direction. Side view, those arms are pumping together. So the tongue is still at the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth, and our breathing still flows purposefully through the nose, in and out as we walk. Vigorously if we're feeling perky, gently if we're feeling a little poorly. Each day brings a new sense of energy. But this practice today will restore you to a better balance, not only with yourself, but with everything around you. A little more walking. And a few more steps, and then just let it gently drift to stillness. Let's take a little stretch. The palms will come forward. Feel your armpits open. Feel your heart stretch out. We're going to try to expand our bodies out into the universe. If you want the arms stretch out to the side, the feet can open just a little bit more. Let the shoulders relax and let the spine reach toward heaven. I want you to feel yourself expand. We're going to stay here for 60 seconds or so, and I am looking at a clock. I want you to stretch from your heart center out in all directions. Stretch out through the legs, the hips, the knees, the ankles, down into the earth, 100 feet. This is called filling the universe. Stretch out through the arms, east and west to the horizon. Stretch up through the crown of the head, up into space. Stay here and breathe. We have 20 more seconds. Big breath to finish. Expand even more. And let your awareness sink back into that lower dantian below the belly button. Let the arms sink down. It's common to experience a little dizziness after that filling the universe. I'm a little bit there myself. So take it easy. Feel free to bring the feet more under you and take a few rest breaths. So in this position, women, the right hand goes in first. Men, the left hand goes in first. Rest here. Eyes can go downward. We'll shrink ourselves down, down, down into our centers, right below our hands, turning the awareness inward. And gently begin to lift the awareness and shake it out. Good. So if you need to, get a little drink of water. That's the end of our opening warm-up for today. A little drink of water if you need it. Walk around or just kind of rest and listen to what's coming next. So next we have a set called the 7 Movements of the Sky Fisherman. A beautiful set of movements with wonderful sky imagery. We'll do each of the movements 7 to 9 times. If I count, then I'm forcing you to move at my pace, so I won't be counting too much. All right. After that, we're going to go back to our Tai Chi short form movements. I'm going to start with wave hands like clouds and single whip today. So that's exciting. So come on back. Let's do 7 movements of the Sky Fisherman. To do these, our feet come close, big toes touching if they can, or a little farther apart. I want you to be able to move your arms around, so try that, without falling over. If that makes you feel weird, put your feet out a little bit, okay? Put your feet where you need to feel solid. Here we go. The first movement is called Opening the Sky Dome. Hands pressed together gently at the chest. We're going to rise overhead and then part back the hands toward each other, pushing out. Coming right back up center, bend those knees, bring it back up. Pushing out. Breathe in as you go up. Breathe out as they come down. You can even get into a slight back bend at the top as you lengthen through the waist and tighten your hip muscles behind you. Let's do 2 more. Beautiful. That's number 1. Feel free to shake it out. Number 2 is casting the net and bringing in the stars. So again, feet are close. That's where we start on all of these pretty much. Your thumb and pinky are going to come together to grab the net. You're going to lift that net, and then we're going to go out to the left and take a step to the left corner. So put your weight on the other leg. We're going to cast that net as we step, let go, open hands, and then you're going to reel in toward that lower dantian area as you bring the foot back. We'll do that to the other side. So get that net, pinky to thumb, shift your weight to the left foot, step to the right corner, release the net. As you shift your weight back, some beautiful reels into the center of your energy and down to rest. Shift, step, shift back, reel it in. Shift to the other leg, release, pull it in. So just keep breathing. Later, you can try to match the motion to the breath. I like to inhale as I cast and exhale as I draw. Reel it. I like to inhale up and exhale down. But I just keep breathing. As you do the last few, I want you to feel the power of your core as you draw in and reel. Feel the power of your trunk as you reel it in, as if it's a heavy net of stars. They are so heavy you can barely bring it in. Now it's light. One more time each side. Light cast, and then take a hold. Get your whole body involved in that pull. Tug of war. One more time. Light cast. Grab it and pull. And rest. Feel free to shake that out. That's number 2. So number 3 we have is carrying the candles of the sky. Feet stay in place this time. Palms, and we stay tall to start. Palms are out here. Palms to the sky at waist height. You draw the palms towards you, right at your waist, and then you're going to point your fingers behind you as you bend forward. Bring the arms out. As you rise, they cross, they make a circle, and they come right back here. So side view, carrying the candles of the sky. As you bring them in, you're going to try to take a flat back forward. Bend the knees as you need to. Cross and bring it around. One more time from the side view, pulling it in, fingertips back. Nice long spine here, as much as you can. And around. Candles going backwards. Long spine rises up. I like to inhale, pull. Exhale, bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and rise. Breathe out and reset. Move it with your own breath. Let's do one more. Good. Shake it out if you need to. From here, we're going to bring the heavens to the heart. So we're going to take one hand out forward, palm down at shoulder height, and the other one behind us. But when we do that, make sure you don't turn your chest behind you. We want to face forward the whole time. So keep shining forward through the chest and just take that arm wherever it goes. Bend the knees. All right, as we straighten up, palms come up. The front hand draws towards your heart, and the back bends at the elbow to the heart as well. So notice we have brought the heavens to the heart. This arm goes out now, and the other one goes behind as you bend your knees. As you rise, palms come up. Both come into the heart. It spills over that energy, and you bend. Go to knees and hips still facing forward. Palms up to the heart and back. Breathe in and out. So we're getting some action deep in the core. We're stretching up tall through the spine. We're keeping our gaze forward. Shall we do 2 more? One more each side. Bring this into the heart and let the hands rest. Feel free to shake that out. We're over halfway through the 7 movements of the Sky Fisherman. Feet come close, we're gonna draw the Milky Way. So we're gonna start by taking the hands to one side and the hips the other. Now some people take this all the way around, but today we're just gonna go 3/4 of the way. So from here, we're gonna take it to the other side, up and over to here. Stop, shift, and retrace our steps. Good, let's do it again. Over, up in the hips, in the midsection, and just moving in a flow. Drawing the Milky Way. Now the Milky Way isn't flat, right? It's in space, so it's 3-dimensional. So feel free to take this slightly behind you, slightly in front of you as you draw. Your hips can go slightly behind, slightly in front. And we won't do quite as many because we have to go the other way. So one more time this direction. Come back to center, take a breath. And when we feel settled and ready to move on, we can do the other side. So the hips now going out to the right, hands to the left. Up and over, stopping here. And stopping here. Finding some freedom in the movement, enjoying it. Let's do 2 more. Last one, moving through it all the way back to the bottom. Coming back to the center. Resting with the breath, maybe shaking it out, readjusting. All right, 2 more things, and it's a lovely ending. But this one is called Placing the Constellations. The feet come close, and we're gonna make sword hands, which means you have the forefinger and middle finger together, and all the other fingers, thumb with the back 2 fingers. So sword hands, go out to the sides, palms forward. Now, here's the fun thing. We're gonna just do the arms first, okay? So, let's take the left hand in, and you're touching what we call the lung point, halfway between the shoulder and the chest. The other is gonna come the other lung point, okay? All right? And then we're gonna draw that right hand up, left hand down, and then come back to start. Other way. Watch. Good, and that hand that just came in drives up to the sky while the other comes down and in. It's easier for me to do when I move the feet. So shift your weight. So we're gonna move to the right first. So shift your weight to your left foot. We're just gonna do a little side step as the hand comes in. Shift your weight back to that center leg here. Now, The leg that's still out has to come in. This arm goes up to the sky and you zip it up and you come back out. Let's just try that side again. Just that side. Step out. Shift. Now let's zip it up and we're going to bring the right leg and right arm up and down here. Stretch it and out. Good. Let's go the other way. So as we step out to the left, we shift to the right. Now, that left arm, left leg, zip it up and out. Let's just give it a try. Keep going. Placing the constellation. So first we place them inside ourselves and then outside ourselves. Once you feel comfortable with the motion, you can start looking the direction you're moving. So looking over, looking forward. A few more. One more. Good. Let those arms rest, shake it out. We'll finish with number 7, shower of stars. The arms come up and the fingers wiggle, spreading that stardust over our bodies. Inhale up. Exhaling down, bending the knees as we wish. Bring all the goodness down from all the heavens and keep it with you. 2 more. Beautiful. Give yourself a bow. Excellent. Shake it out. Get anything you need. Walk it out. Nice work. We're going to transition to our Tai Chi short form. And specifically today, we'll be working on wave hands like clouds and single whip. We'll go there first instead of starting at the beginning. All right, so get ourselves adjusted. Going back to the foundation, where we have our feet underneath us, hip width or so. We're stretching up to the sky, right? Like that big tree. Our feet are going into the earth like roots. Chest and belly are soft, and that's a happy thing. All right, so wave hands like clouds. Let's take one hand up, shoulder height. Other one more waist height. They can be a little higher. It can be in this range. This one can be in this range. Don't get too hung up on that, okay? Whatever hand's on top, though, that's the direction you turn from the waist. So for now, let the legs stay there. And we drift, we turn. When we turn as far as we can, we are going to switch the hands. Bottom hand comes towards us to the top section, and the bottom hand simply drops down from the shoulder there. And we turn the other way to the other side. And pause, change hands, and turn. So eyes follow that top hand. notice that this move is also has to do with clouds. Tai Chi talks a lot about nature, because nature is a great equalizer, and we can learn so much from nature. So now that we've got the movement, let's maybe try connecting the breath. So maybe inhale, exhale, switch, and maybe inhale again. Pick a pattern that's good for you. Maybe inhale one way and exhale the other to make it more smooth. And finish by going to the other side again. And we'll rest here. Beautiful. That's wave hands like clouds from the waist up. Beautiful. The next thing I want to do waist up first is our single whip. So let's wave hands like clouds. We're going to be going over to your left side. So let's put that left hand on top. Okay. We're going to get over here, and we're going to do something like what we call a crane's beak, where the thumb touches the fingers, and your wrist bends downward. I've moved so you can see that a little better. This hand, you're going to look at this hand now, okay? It's going to come across, and when it gets over this side, palm out, shift your weight, single whip. Okay, let's try that again. So wave hands like clouds came over here. Yes? We've got that crane's beak. We're going to bring this hand, kind of gaze at it, shift the weight, and push. Now, we want to get this whip hand back over to the other hand. We're just going to bring it down in a rainbow, and we release the crane's beak. Wave hands like clouds position. We'll switch over here and back. Good. I want to go from this side. Let's try this. Crane's beak to single whip. Gaze. Now we're ready to push the other direction. Push. Bring that one down like a rainbow. And we're going to get ready to wave hands like clouds. Wave. Wave. Shift your weight as you wave. So these two moves become kind of intertwined, your wave hands and that single whip. So we're going to stop over on the right side, make that crane's beak. That bottom hand, you look into it, you push your single whip. Now, this hand over here is going to come around in that rainbow. As you release the beak, you get your wave hands ready. Shift. Shift. Let's try it on the other side. We're going to stay over here on the left. You're going to make that crane's beak, right? You're going to gaze into that palm, and then you push it out to the opponent, is the idea. That power goes out, or the power goes outward. The power doesn't go out. We don't want any of that. That rainbow hand, reverse rainbow over, right? Release the crane's beak. That rainbow hand comes up, wave hands. Wave hands. One more. Wave hands, crane's beak. Single whip. That single whip push hand comes back. Wave hands. 3, 2, 1. Stay here, crane's beak. Single whip. That push hand comes under. Wave hands. Shift your weight. 3, 2, 1. Crane's beak. Single whip. That hand comes under. Release the beak. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Crane's beak. single whip, and rest. Beautiful. So I'd like to put a little footwork with that before we move on. Get anything you need, shake it out. All right, really simple dance for you guys today, okay? Step to the side, feet together. Step to the side, feet together. One more time. Step to the side and feet together. Not so bad, right? What if I told you though that, do you remember how we stretched like a tree and how we kept that posture? Let's do it side step with that control, okay? Try it again. So set your great Tai Chi posture, rooted, lifted, tuck the hips slightly, that soft knee, okay? Good. Now when I say take that step out, try to keep your head level, shift your weight, bring it in. Out and in, and out and in. Good, take a breath. We'll go back the other way 3 steps to finish this learning process. Take it out and in. Out, you can turn, in, turn, out, and in. Beautiful. All right, shake it out. That's what comes later with wave hands like clouds. So while the feet are moving side to side, the waist is moving in a twist. It's not quite as bad as rubbing your belly and patting your head, but might be close. So see how it feels. We're not going to do the single whip right now, just the wave hands like clouds. Okay? So I want you to start with your feet apart, and we're going to start by moving this direction over to your left. So that left hand has to be on top. We're going to shift your weight over here. Now, as that right hand comes to the top, you need to bring your right foot in. Switch the hands, shift the weight to the other leg so that you can move the left foot out. The feet step side to side. The toes are pointing forward. One more time. Beautiful. Yes. Before we go the other way, we're going to start with the feet wide. That's important. You'll find out why later. Take a breath. Let's just try the same thing the other direction. So because we want to move that way, excuse me, we need to have that right hand on top. Yeah? So start over here. Twist to the right. Bring the other foot in as you twist to the left. Shift your weight. Step right. And left comes in one more time. And rest. Good job. All right, let's move on to some other stuff, and then maybe we'll come back to that at the very end. Excellent, excellent. I'm gonna sip of water. So from here, we'll start at the beginning of the form and work our way up to that. See if we can put it all together up to that point. So if you've been with me the past few weeks, you'll know what we're doing here. If not, don't worry. You'll catch on quickly, and you can always kind of rewind and go back and watch it again. That's the nice part about this, right? Okay, that great posture like a tree. Take a breath. Beautiful. And traditionally, we start the form with the feet together. Good. And then I want you to take your left foot, step it out hip width, and that's your starting position. First, we open the door. Heavy arms lift up in front, and then drift back towards us and down. Opening the door. Breathe in. And as that arms come down, breathe out. So side view. The hands come towards us and down. One more time. Beautiful. Let's come to embrace the moon from here. Embrace the moon. So we're holding energy right in front of our bodies. We've got the left hand on the bottom and the right on top. Parting the wild horse's mane. Now, if you've not done this before, please just do the arm motions. If you've been doing it with me and you know the legs, you can do it with me. Again, just the arms if you need to. So I'm just going to talk the arms. So we're going to swipe and bring that bottom arm up, parting the wild horse's mane. And then embrace the moon by flipping the other bottom palm up and capping with the other hand. To the other side. Again, swiping as if touching the forearm, but not quite. Shifting our weight. Embrace the moon. Again, we'll do that a few times, parting the wild horse's mane, gazing into the hand as it's at a kind of an angle here at shoulder height, and the other rests gently at the bottom of the neck of the horse, just here at waist height. Shift your weight back, flip this palm up, and cap it. Other side, parting the wild horse's mane. One more time each side. So the legs, I'm doing a T step, a lunge or bow step, bringing it back. Good. Relax that. So that T step, your feet make a letter T, like so, toes to the side, and then you soften this knee and keep your hips open to the front as much as you can. So the knee might point to corner, it might point straight to the side, knee it's in between. Just don't judge it, just do what you can. That's your T step, and you're probably ready to release that, right? So put your heel down, shift your weight, this is your bow step or your lunge. Shift your weight back, bring your foot in. Other side, try that T step. Open the hips, fall like a tree. Bow step. Bring it in. One more time each side. T, bow. Let the arms go where they will. T and bow. Good, and the last step for today is the empty step. So shift your weight to the right leg, toe, left toe out. There's no weight here. You could lift your leg up and down. Bring it in. Other side, empty step, because it's empty of weight. Good, empty step is for white crane in this form. Embrace the moon. White crane arms. Open. That top arm becomes the top of the moon. That bottom arm becomes the bottom. Here's a tip. Whatever hand's on the bottom, that's the leg you're going to be moving here. Open. Close. White crane spreads wings. Open. Inhale and exhale. One more time each side. White crane. Lots of strength and control. One more. Beautiful. Feel free to shake that out. All right. So we've done opening the door. We've done embracing the moon, parting the wild horse's mane. We've done white crane. So the only thing in between that and our wave hands and whip, right, is the brush knee and push move. So let's try to do that. Brush knee and push. So demonstration first. Do it with me as you can, and then we'll break it down. And again, this is the last thing I will show you today before we practice it one more time and seal up our practice before we go on with things today. Lovely. The brush, knee, and push. So I'm going side to side. This time I'm going to just do this one direction. So we'll step here to that left corner and push, and we'll keep our feet here. We're bringing that right hand back, and it's coming across and pushing. So try that with me. Lean back, shift your weight back, and shift your weight into that front leg. Shift your weight back, maybe bring the foot in and out. So what we have here is the T-step, bow step, T-step, and it's a brush knee with the other hand, and that hand is at the waist. So they circle. It's like double windmill arms here. One more time this direction. And to see more of a breakdown, see last week's video or the one before. Let's try that the other foot, the other side. Again, just take the feet a little wider. We're going to step to this corner now. That back hand comes across and push. Brush knee and push. So just the push part. And now maybe add the leg where you do your T-step and your bow step. And feel how that works. Okay. And then maybe you brush the thigh. And you don't have to make contact, but if that feels cool to you, you can. And now those double windmill arms, if you want to add that. A couple more. Last one. Beautiful. All right. Okay. We've done a lot today. We've done a lot, and it's about time to take a few deep breaths and settle in. Let's start from the beginning, opening the door, and just try to get all the way through what we know. Just a couple of each, 2 of each. So feet together. Nice and tall. Breathe in and out. When you're ready, take that step to where you like to be, nice and strong, and open the door. Once more. Embrace the moon, left hand on the bottom. T-step, part the wild horse's mane. Embrace the moon and part the wild horse's mane. Next is our empty step white crane. So we have our embrace the moon, white crane, white crane. Right hand on top, shift back to the right. We're going to step to left corner, brush knee and push. Shift back, okay. And this time, we'll put the other hand on top, shift to the back, brush knee and push. Beautiful. Going to bring it in here. And the transition to our wave hands like clouds is a little tricky, but that'll come later. For now, take your wave hands and bring them across and bring them back. Stay here, crane's beak, single whip, push. Hand goes under. We'll wave hands like clouds with 3 steps. So keep the feet here and shift. Now bring them together. Over. Step to the side. Over. One more time. And keep your feet here as you like. Now we're going to bring it to the side for fun. Crane's beak. Single whip last time and push. Bring it under. Let's bring the hands to center. Breathe in. And out. One more time. So wherever you've ended up, find your favorite place. 1 more minute together. listening, relaxing, listening to our own bodies, coming to a place of rest. Arms out to the sides, or they can be at rest on the lower dantian or at prayer. Again, let's close in a moment of quiet, in prayer, or just resting. Remembering that frustration is turned to contentment as we breathe and move and pay attention to ourselves. Being kind with ourselves and others. So closing our time together with feet together, right fist to left palm. May you find that balance within yourself, with everything outside of yourself. Thank you for joining me. You've just completed Tai Chi. My name is Chrissie. Please join me next week.